Hey Taylor, catch.
Isn't it a little early for football, Sam?
The USC Spring Football Showcase is this Saturday.
Sports Seed starts now.
Spring football is wrapping up, and we have an exclusive with new offensive coordinator Graham Harrell. Good afternoon. I'm Sam Arslanian.
And I'm Taylor Begley. Welcome to this week's edition of Sports Scene.
The Spring Football Showcase is right around the corner. This Saturday, the Trojans will have their annual inter-squad scrimmage.
This will be the first game-style look at the new air raid offense, courtesy of offensive coordinator Graham Harrell.
So far, it sounds like players have responded well to the new offense. We caught up with quarterback JT Daniels to see how he felt about Harrell's scheme.
He's very strict to his footwork, very strict to his reads, very strict to his system. But I think that's the best thing for this team. I'm really happy to have a guy that has run the system before and knows exactly how it's supposed to work. I'm excited to just listen and learn.
Last season, 3 of the NCAA's top 10 offenses had an air raid scheme, while another 2 took inspiration from it.
The new playbook might just be what USC needs after its offensive struggles in 2018. For wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, last season serves as motivation.
I understand what happened last year. We just never want that to happen again. So that bitter taste in our mouth I think is still there. Every day in practice we come out and try to improve ourselves, get better individually at everything we can do, and just make sure that never happens again.
You can get a glimpse of what the USC football team will look like this fall on Saturday.
The scrimmage is open to the public and will take place at 11 a.m. on Cromwell Field.
Yesterday, our own Angel Vizcarra spoke with Harrell about the plan for 2019.
What's going on, folks? Angel Vizcarra here, coming to you from Howard Jones Field, joined by USC's new offensive coordinator, Graham Harrell. And Graham, for you personally, what's it been like to finally have a couple weeks here now, get out here, be in the room with the guys, and start installing what you're trying to get done here?
It's been a whole lot of fun. Like I said, we got a great group of young men. They've bought in. I think they're believing in what we're doing. They play extremely hard. So getting to be around these type of players and not only just the talent level, but the kind of guys they are, it makes it fun, and they make my job easy. Like I said, they're talented guys. They work as hard as anyone I've ever been around. They love the game of football, and so when you do that, it makes coaching not only fun but a lot easier.
All right, and it's kind of surreal the way everything played out and the way you got here to this position. I mean, everything went down with the school in Cliff Kingsbury. That spot opens up again for you. What were those couple weeks like, and how did you end up here finally as the offensive coordinator?
They were pretty easy for me. I had nothing to do with anything until about 3 days before I got hired, So, I had a great job in North Texas. It's home for me, so me and my wife were very comfortable there. We have a great team coming, or we had a great team coming back, and so it's not like I was out looking for jobs or anything like that. I actually had, passed on a couple other opportunities just because how happy we were at home. But when USC calls, it's a different deal. This is an elite program, a program that is a top 5 or 10 program of all time, and so when you call like that, those opportunities don't come along very often. And so that one kind of excited me. I talked to Coach Helton on the telephone a couple times, flew out here, saw the place, and from the time I talked to him for the first time to the time I took the job was probably about 3 days. So, again, it was kind of a stressful 3 days, but other than that, it was pretty easy.
All right, now out there in North Texas, you had a fine little quarterback, and Mason Fine. He put together quite a year last year. Here you come to USC, you got a couple quarterbacks duking it out. What's that whole situation been like working with the QBs right now?
It's been a lot of fun. Like you said, I had a special kid, or a special little quarterback back home, or back in North Texas. He was a heck of a player. Yeah. And so he kind of set the standard high for anyone that comes behind him. So I come here with high expectations, and inherit a room with 4 guys that have done a heck of a job this spring. And the great thing about it is I think competition makes everyone better, and it makes everyone play at a higher level. No one gets comfortable, and so walking in as a new guy, entering a new system, you're able to really open it up and let all 4 guys compete. And like I said, I think it makes everyone better, and it's been fun to watch them, and they continue to improve. They all do different things well, and they all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and so the key is just to continue to improve every day. And I think in this offense, the most important thing is just be consistent, be the same person every single day, and do your job over and over and over. And whoever can do that will probably be the best guy and put us in a position to win the most games, and that'll be the guy that plays.
The USC women's tennis team has been playing well all season long. Currently with an overall record of 13-3 with a 4-1 conference record, the women of Troy are ranked 16th in the nation and are sitting at 3rd place in the Pac-12, a major improvement where they finished 8th in the Pac-12 just the season before. One star player for the Trojans has been freshman Sama Ewing. Ewing, the #1 recruit in the 2018 tennis recruiting class, is a local product out of Lakewood, California. Before coming to USC, Ewing had already made a name for herself playing in multiple junior Grand Slams, such as the 2018 US Open and the 2017 Wimbledon. Without Ewing's contributions this season, the Trojans would not be in the situation that they are currently in. Ranked as the 49th best player in the nation, Ewing has been playing with a chip on her shoulder. Including both regular season and invitational matches, Ewing has played a total of 24 singles matches and 9 doubles matches. Ewing is most successful at singles, already having secured 16 wins this season. Luckily for the Trojans, Ewing has recently been on a hot streak, winning 3 consecutive singles matches.
It's great so far. We're all building so much character and we all have so much heart, so when we go out here and fight together as a team, then we're unbeatable. I feel like I've grown more as a person, just caring more for others, and communication is really key in our team, so just me as a person has grown.
One of Ewing's most memorable matches was a 2017 ITA Stellenbosch Invitational in South Africa, where Ewing had the chance to play on courts where her mother was not allowed to play due to racial boundaries. Luckily for Ewing, USC has 5 remaining home games on their schedule out of their last 7. Ewing hopes to carry home momentum into the Pac-12 tournament and hopefully make a statement in the NCAAs. Catch Ewing and the women of Troy in their next match this Friday against Colorado at Mark Tennis Stadium.
Thanks, Nathan. The #9 ranked Trojans are getting ready to take on the #19 ranked Bruins on Friday. USC beat UCLA in their previous matchup this season. But this time, the Trojans will play the Bruins on the road. To have some fun before the rivalry games this weekend, I asked USC men's tennis doubles partners Lawrence Verboven and Jack Yeda to play a little game of how well do you know your doubles partner.
So where is your doubles partner from?
Tough question. Ready?
Yep.
Belgium, Australia.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Whose last name is harder to pronounce?
Verboven. I'm gonna go for a Yeda. Jack Yeda.
I'd probably go with Yeda. That does not.
It's because it's spelled differently.
Yeah.
Verboven. We've got some weird ones when we play doubles. We had him called Van Boven.
Hey, who is each other's sports hero?
Oh, we didn't rehearse that one. I know yours. I have 3 for Lawrence. I have Goffin, Belgium great, Joris Delors, Belgium great as well, and then Steve Darcis, Mr. Davis Cup.
I got 2 right here. I got Leighton Hewitt, which I'm pretty sure is right, and then I got his boy Keeks, Nick Kyrgios.
Who has better hair?
Oh, that's easy. I'm actually going to the hair cutter right after this.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So I'm gonna go with.
Wow. I wrote me.
Me.
Okay, what is each other's major?
That's hard. Lawrence, are you pre-med?
The same time?
Pre-med?
I'm law.
Both econ majors.
Gotcha. April Fools, baby. April Fools, econ.
Who is messier?
Oh. Definitely me.
You're messy?
No, I'm not even that messy. It's just Lawrence is so clean.
I'd beat him with a clean.
All right, and final question. Who's most likely to go pro?
Wow.
Oh. True doubles partners.
It sounds like they know each other pretty well. Now let's toss it to Lindsay with an update on the impressive female athletes at USC.
With a combined 31 national championships, the women of Troy are a force to be reckoned with. Let's take a look at how the women's teams are dominating this spring. Starting with women's track and field, the team is currently ranked #1 in the NCAA and is looking to claim a back-to-back national title at this year's NCAA championships at the beginning of June. The Trojans will compete this weekend in Tucson, Arizona. Moving to indoor volleyball, senior middle blocker Jasmine Gross is one of the 28 players selected this week to the U.S. Collegiate National Team Anaheim roster. She will be joining her new teammates in training this June. And women's volleyball just added 2 of the top players in the country to their roster. Alyssa Peely and India Rogers both were Gatorade Players of the Year in their home states of Alaska and Texas. USC unfortunately took a loss in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament earlier this year, but are looking to restock their roster and return for a comeback season next fall. Women's lacrosse is currently ranked number 14 and has swept the Pac-12 Players of the Week for the second time in a row. Middle fielder Kelsey Huff and goalie Riley Hartford made for an impressive performance that led the Trojans to 3 victories last week. USC women's rowing is now ranked number 12 after having an impressive day of racing against Iowa and Wisconsin in the Pac-12 Challenge. The team hopes to advance in the rankings before the Pac-12 Championships in the end of May. And number 2, women's beach volleyball is off to an exciting week. The women of Troy will play 5 duels this week, starting with their rematch against top-ranked UCLA later this afternoon. The women of Troy look to defeat the Bruins and take the number 1 position in the NCAA. And last but not least, after a solid fall season for women's soccer, 2 more Trojans joined the pro rankings during the National Women's Soccer League Collegiate Draft. Senior Leah Pruitt was drafted 5th overall to the reigning ICC champions, the North Carolina Courage. Her teammate Allie Prisuk was picked up in the 2nd round to the Houston Dash. Make sure to keep an eye out for these 2 ladies in the pros. That's all we have for the Women of Troy update. Now, earlier this week, our reporter Laura Labruna visited the Trojans at practice to sit down with senior Gianluca Grasso. This is Foreign Slang.
Hi, my name is Gianluca Grasso. I'm a senior outside hitter at the University of Southern California. I am from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Beleza is like, if everyone's like, hey, like I'm going to eat, like I'll see you later. You'd be like, beleza, like that's cool, like yeah. Foi mal, like it's kind of like my bad, so. I guess after like a bad play or something like that, I'd say foi mal to my teammates, like my bad, like nice one. Legal means nice or cool, and after someone says, hey, I got a new job, you'd be like legal, like that's cool, like good job. Like tirar o cavalinho da chuva, which means like take your horse off the rain. That's the like literal translation, but it's just like when someone's being like kind of too cocky or something like that, or like.
We're down to the Final 4 of March Madness. It's Michigan State, Texas Tech, Virginia, and Auburn. Let's take a look at our Annenberg Media sports brackets.
Oh, would you look at that? Who's in first place, Taylor?
Looks like you are, but that's only for now. We still have just a few games to be played, and I think there's somebody that could come up and get you.
I mean, the only person I'm worried about is one of our EPs, Nathan Desai. He's sitting back in 8th place right now, but mathematically, he still does have the best chance of beating me, so we'll have to see how that goes. Let's take a look at the bottom 3 now. Saw it on there for a second. Jody Sullivan is down there, one of our former sports directors, and Faith Bonds in dead last, my co-anchor for ATVN. There, it's back up now. You see Faith down there. She picked the mascots that she thought was the coolest to win, and sometimes it works, but
not a bad strategy.
It's a bold strategy.
It's a gamble.
Sometimes it pays off, but.
So that's all we have for this episode of Sports Scene today. Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to tune in next week to join my bracket winning ceremony.
Okay, Sam, slow down.
All right, fine. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Annenberg Media Sports. We'll see you next week.